And good evening, Dave. How are you doing tonight? And old man, good to see you tonight.
So I only be able to hear you throughout this whole thing, right? Okay.
Donnie G, good to see you.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
And York, how you doing?
I'll see if I can do that. Either way, we'll figure it out. Yeah, no worries. It's like, we'll figure it out.
And John, it's definitely going to be interesting to do the call-ins.
Okay. Why do I hear like a delay when I speak? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. But you hear me while I'm speaking, right? Okay. Wait, do I take that off? I was just practicing. I was just practicing that one. I could take it off. That wasn't a real question. Oh, yeah, no. Okay. Oh, wait. I think people can hear me. No, Scott, I think they can. Because Daniel's like on the live right now. Okay, I don't even want to talk now.
And Aaron, I'm glad to hear that.
Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the dark side of the Podocasts. And thank you. The Podocast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. Let me put that screen up there just so, we know that we are not offering financial advice. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes, and joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
I'm having a fantastic day so far. How's your day going?
Interesting. We're adding a new element to the show, and I have more windows open on my screen than I've had in a long, long time. So, you know what? It's going to be interesting tonight. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the podcast. And thank you. So, yeah, man, guys, I am just full of technical errors tonight. It's Saturday. We figured this is a good time to introduce it. We did complete our run of the NFT thumbnails, and MJ is the one who's in charge of that. So if you have any questions about those NFT thumbnails, go ahead and kick them to MJ. It was actually Sophia brought up something really, really interesting on our last live stream. Emery, you remember when she was talking about that? How do you feel about NFTs right at this moment? And I thought it was a very intriguing question because with crypto being so low right now, something that's selling for 50 secret, it's not a lot of money. So, she put me on a whole different train of thought on that one, but I thought it was fascinating. Dave Flowers has become a member. Thank you, Dave. Round of applause for Dave. It really put me on a different train of thought because I'm not an NFT guy. All right, I'm not gonna pretend that I am. If you guys look through the 500-600 videos we've put out, I've never put out an NFT video. It's not my thing, but I'm pragmatic enough to understand that it is a thing for a lot of people. So it's, a relative value kind of thing. And honestly, now here's something. This should blow your nut a little bit because I've been thinking about it ever since she brought it up. If you believe that these NFTs are going to hold or exceed the value that you purchase them at, then they're a good investment and a very good investment when crypto is way, way down because they're selling these for a fixed amount of crypto, not fiat. They are selling them for 50 secret, not $500. So it got interesting to me thinking about that is that this is actually, if you're in that NFT world and if you're one of those people that plays NFTs very, very well, this could literally be an earning opportunity for you and securing your funds at the same time. Because the value of the NFT, if you believe in it, this is your thing. You know the market. You know how these things work. You've been in NFTs a long, long time. Then this should be a hands-down 100% buying opportunity for you in NFTs because you've just secured the value. You've basically put your money in gold. You've put your crypto in gold because you're not going to sell it right now. You're going to sell it in the future. And the fun thing about this is that let's pretend you bought it for 50 secret and you're going to sell it for 50 secret in 6 months. The value hasn't, the crypto value hasn't changed at all, but the fiat value could have changed wildly because let's pretend secret's up to $7-8 by then instead of $1.50. You have literally parked your money in NFTs, and it is absolutely intriguing to me. Now, Emery's going to be talking about, we're going to hash this out a little bit because I think he knows where I'm going with this. I think he understands about securing your funds. Now, for me, I'll secure them in stable coins. UST was unfortunate, but I will secure them in stable coins because it's important to protect your money. It's important to protect it. And because of a black swan event, man, I'm not changing my mind on that. The strategy was not wrong. It was unfortunate, but the strategy was not wrong. But we always like to try to bring you guys something different. And something different in this case could absolutely be securing your money in NFTs. I honestly, man, look, I just think it's intriguing. I'm not an NFT person, not at all, not at all. But if you are, and you know how to work this market, and you understand how it works, how the passion changes, what is hot, what is not, if you know how to do that, this is a dynamite, absolutely dynamite earning opportunity of buying low and selling high, not even from a pure crypto standpoint, but from the value of the crypto standpoint. That's what's fascinating to me on this. I don't know the market, so I don't know if it's a quick turn and burn kind of thing. If it is, then this is irrelevant. This is absolutely irrelevant. But if these things appreciate as the collections start to become consolidated, like comic books, like magic cards, like whatever. But if they appreciate as people start consolidating and building their own personal little NFT collection, then this is a fabulous way to secure your crypto now, to lock in the value now and lock it in while it's low. Now, I definitely want to get Emery's viewpoint on this because I'm not sure. I could be wildly off base here, but it seems to make sense on paper. So I would love to get his opportunity. Look, guys, the market's down. It is absolutely down, but you are by no means out. All right, because you still have your tokens. I've done a couple videos and I've been talking this up for pretty much all week, but I'm going to continue to do it because I want to make sure that the message gets in for you. Your tokens lost fiat value, but they did not lose relative value. That means relative to other cryptos. And this is a very, very important distinction. I mean, it is a critical distinction. This is why people will be successful in crypto, because they understand this. They're not in it right now to turn it into fiat tomorrow. They're in it right now to turn it into fiat when they're done playing with crypto, or if ever. But its value relative to fiat right now is irrelevant. It is. What matters are the tokens that you are still holding on to. And when everything is falling equally, a lateral crash, their relative value hasn't changed. And I get it, man. I know I'm starting to sound like a bullshit YouTube, come on, huckster. But the logic is absolutely sound because the purchasing power relative to other cryptos has not effectively changed. There are one-offs. There are always one-offs. The playthings on Coinbase that rise 50, 60, 70% in a day and fall 70% the next day, those are one-offs. The fact that Luna tanked, that Luna zeroed out, that's a one-off. It was a top 10 blue chip crypto. And if you cannot trust in the blue chips, then you can trust in nothing. All right? It was unfortunate. That's what it was. But you cannot change your entire crypto outlook because of an unfortunate event. And if you do, and if this is where your mind is, this might not be for you. All right? Crypto might not be your thing. You're not going to see these kind of crazy wild swings in the legacy stocks. You're not going to earn like this, but you're also not going to see these kind of swings. So for the people who don't have the heart for this, it's fine, man. Look, this isn't for everybody. Crypto is not for everybody. It's not the Wild West. It's starting to get back into, it's starting to be more legacy type fit and feel than there is the whole decentralized Wild West. Things are starting to consolidate. The money's starting to consolidate, and the attitude is starting to consolidate. So it's starting to come over there a little bit more. But it will always be just hugely susceptible to legacy market swings, FUD. It will always be there because we don't have to call somebody to trade our crypto. We can do it just like that. We don't have to wait in a queue and hope somebody will buy it. We can dump it right the second. We can cause huge variance in the market. We can do it. We don't need other people to do it on our behalf. So because of the speed and the 24/7, 365, it is not going to precisely behave the way that a legacy market will. But it will take these just crazy-ass wild swings. And again, I say that is crypto. Now, I'm going to get Emery's viewpoint on this, but you know what, guys? Here, we haven't done this in a while, but I want to get your viewpoints on it. That's what we're doing this for, and we are opening the phone lines tonight. So anybody who would like to call in and talk to the Podcasters, give us a call right there at 515-523-6995. Speak to our host, Sophia, who this is her very first night doing phone screening for us. I'm going to bring her in the show right now so that she can say hi to you, all right? So, Sophia, why don't you say hi to the entire podcast audience?
Hi, everyone.
There you go, guys. Yeah. No, talk it up. I'll tell you what, Sophia, take 30 seconds and introduce yourself. No, I'm sorry. You are on the show right now, and you're going to talk. Take 30 seconds and introduce yourself. Look, I told you I was going to do this, all right? This is not brand new. Introduce yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Most of you know me as Thumbnail Z. I've been here helping out, doing the thumbnails, and I guess I'm a jack of all trades now, helping out with online. So hopefully y'all are going to be, take it easy on me, and I'm just trying for tonight, but
there you go. But you guys, you're going to be hearing more from Sophia. And if you call 515-523-6995, you can talk to her directly. So, you know what, guys, like I told you, I'm an old radio guy, man. I've been doing radio forever. And one of the things that has just been wholly missing from crypto reporting and op-ed and all that other good stuff is the fact that people have a tendency to hide behind their anonymity of the internet. We're not doing that here, all right? And if you want to scream at me, give me a call. I am more than happy to bring you on the show, and you can do it live. We can chat. I don't see a lot of other crypto shows doing this, but I promised you guys that we would, and here it is. Now, just so you know, as forewarning, that if you come on here and start screaming racist and all this other good stuff, we will kick you immediately. We will ban you forever. But just so you know, the software records all of it. So the fact, and it's not exactly Web3 compatible right now, meaning KYC. So we do know who you are. But aside from that, I would love to hear from you guys. Let's get you on the show. You can talk to me. You can talk to Belle. You can talk to everybody. You can talk to anybody that you want. All right. We are officially just embracing the fact that we are a radio style podcast. So we'd love to hear from you, and yeah, that's it. Now I'm gonna be bringing up the Emery and the Bell, but my screens, guys, we were trying so hard to get this stuff set up with very short notice. So I want to bring on Emery, I want to bring Bell, and I want to make sure it's working, and it is working. Emery, what do you think about that, man? What do you think about that locking in value as NFTs, man? What do you think?
Yeah, I do kind of like it. And one thing that I actually did do a few days ago is I bought one that I thought was pretty valuable. And secret is extraordinarily, it was like 66 secret, but a couple of weeks ago that would have been 3-4 times the price.
Is what I'm saying, man.
I thought that was a pretty good idea. I didn't quite get it at first, but when we started explaining how that worked, I was like, the light bulb went off there. So
it was funny, man. And again, round of applause for Sophia because she kicked that on to us. So for you folks that do that thing and really, I'm looking right at you, MJ. I know you're down, dude. But we might be giving you a way to try to shore yourself up. And you know what? We do have a caller. Look, I see a 210 number up there, and I'm pretty sure Sophia's screening him right now. So we actually are going to have a caller here, Emery, so this will be fun. But, yeah, for those of you who are intimate in that market, man, I think there's earning opportunity here. There is absolutely earning opportunity here. But as bad as the market is, man, right now, there are still opportunities abounding, and I've been very, very mellow about all this stuff. All right, I've been trying to, I've been stepping back. I've been doing some, consoling. Everything's gonna be okay, guys. But look, I'm past that now. All right, I'm past that. I don't even know if we're at the bottom, but right now, you want to get busy making it, or you're gonna just roll over and give it up. So it's gonna be up to you guys which way you want to do this. I have chosen to soldier on, chosen to soldier forward, push forward, because that's what I do. Am I boring you, Emery? I see you yawning. That's not nice, man. You're doing that to me, dude. It's a Saturday night thing.
I've been up for like 15, 16, 17 hours a day these last like 3-4 days. So
Are you getting your business together, man? Is that what you're doing? You're getting ready for the big Jackal launch?
Yeah, it's been quite a ride, and especially the last couple of days. So I'm just on alert for any more shenanigans that are going to happen in the cryptoverse. So
Okay. So, all right, guys, look, this is a technical thing right now. We're going to be bringing Daniel on. Now, I'm not sure if Emery or Bell are going to be able to hear him. We have not even worked out that tech end of it, but I'm pretty sure you guys are. So I have my finger on the mute caller button, but we're going to be bringing Daniel on. And I hope you guys can hear him. I don't believe that Emery or Bell will be able to. But let's go ahead and bring him on for the very first caller on this thing. So, podcast, we have Daniel. Wants to know what I think about Juno Swap. Daniel, how are you tonight, sir?
I am phenomenal. How are you?
I'm living the dream, babe. I'm doing it every single day. Real quick before we continue, Emery, can you hear him?
I cannot hear Daniel.
All right, let's try this another way then. Go ahead, Daniel. Tell me, what's your question, man? Hit me.
Well, I'm just trying to continue to diversify, look at different things to start earning, right? I mean, we've been losing money, everybody's been losing, but now I'm at the mindset where I want to start, trying to earn as much as I can. And I was looking at Juno Swap, and I wanted to know what you thought about Juno Swap.
You know what? That's a great question, man. I'll tell you what. I'm going to turn off B2. Emery, were you able to hear that?
I can hear him now.
Yeah, there we go, guys. It might be echoey out here, guys. We're still working out the bugs here. Yeah. So, all right, Daniel, thank you for the call. And it's interesting that you would, it's very interesting that you would ask that call, man. I'm going to go ahead and send you, I'm going to go ahead and return you to the queue. And if you're going to be watching the show, you're going to about to see why I find that interesting. So, yeah, that's an excellent question, guys. And it's funny that he would ask that very question when just today I was playing around. As soon as this loads up, just today I was playing around over here on Juno Swap. Now, there's a little bit of kind of an interesting stuff going on over here, and some of the interesting stuff that I was looking at is the fact that Juno has now added APRs. So they've added some APRs to a few of their pools. So I had a little bit loose, and I went ahead and dropped it in Juno Osmo because I staked Juno, so I'm collecting it, and obviously I stake Osmo, so I'm collecting that. But I went ahead and ran it over here to Juno Osmo pool at 233.55%. Now, that's fine, and I am still more than happy. In fact, I'm up on that pool. But I'm more than happy to run this because in this case, though, guys, you're collecting raw. That's what you're collecting on this one. So if we pull up the pool, you can see that what we're actually collecting right here are raw tokens. And it is still going to be a bonding period on these. So if I want to manage the stake and remove it, I can do all that. But for me to do that, there is still going to be a lock-in period even over here. So that's something to keep in mind. And the other thing, though, is that you are collecting raw. So as you can see it right here. Emery, did you get a chance to take a look at all of these things? Did you get over here, even though I texted you today and said take a look at Juno?
I did take a look at some Juno stuff.
Okay. So, yeah, guys, look, it's interesting now. Now, look, man, I know that I've been bashing Juno, but I've been bashing the management of Juno. Haven't been bashing precisely the Juno platform. Emery's a little bit more of a fan of permissionless than I am. But I do see that they are still pushing forward with this thing, particularly on the Juno swap, because this thing has been sitting over there with 0 APRs. You were getting swap fees, but you're getting swap fees for something that nobody's using. I am not interested. But now that they're actually filling this stuff up, I am interested. And this is what I'm looking at right here, guys, is look at the liquidity that is poured into this DEX right now, particularly now that they've kicked the APRs on. $6.5 million in Juno Atom, $3 million in Juno Raw. Who would have thought that one, Emery? And look at the APR on it. It's 610%. Now, these are going to come down. They're going to come down substantially. But one of the fun ways, and I know me and Emery talk about this all the time, man, one of the fun ways to profit on these dexes is just to be on them super early. Get on them before other people are on them. Collect the high APRs, APYs while you can, and profit while you can. So this one, the fact that they turn these APRs on still feels stupidly early to me. But I like that because they're pairing this particular pairing right here, Juno Raw. The fact that you collect raw and that you can collect it anytime. See that claim your rewards button, guys? I hit that anytime, boom, I got raw. But if I take it from there, I come down to liquidity, and I could add liquidity straight in to a pool that's already earning a high APR, high APY, man. Look, I'm not going nuts on this thing here and saying that this is the only thing that you should do, but I am saying that there's still opportunities, and there's still opportunities abounding. So I want you to consider that one. Emery, so what do you think about this Juno swap? And do let me know, man, because we got another call.
Yeah. So I think that they've been holding off on the APRs just due to audits, and I think they've got it through, and I'm happy for them. I think it's been a long time coming. I think many people have been avoiding Juno swap because of that. So now that it's in there, I think they'll fill up pretty quickly. So I think, as you said, the earlier in, the better, and take advantage of the APRs that are there if you enjoy the tokens that are paired.
And that's what's great about it, man. It's because it's such a passionate community. Juno people are nuts, man. These guys are just, it's all in Juno. I mean, these guys are crazy. So it is such a passionate community. And honestly, man, I mean, it's, when you have that kind of passionate community that has capital that they can pour into something like that, it literally insulates my investment. Unless Juno fails, unless Juno zeroes out. Anything can zero out, guys. We're finding that out right now. But, yeah, I mean, there might be some here. I will be putting money into it, and I'll show you guys how to do it. I might even do a Juno. I haven't done a Juno video in a long, long time, but I might do one on Juno swap. Just for, how about that, Emery? Fiat to Juno swap. How about that? Do you think is that a doable video? Is that something we should do?
I think it'll be pretty nice and easy. I think there's only two incentivized pools at the moment, though, isn't there?
Let's take a look. Let's show everybody. All right, there is Juno Osmo, Juno Atom, Juno Raw, and Juno Nita. So there are 4 incentivized pools over there right now. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. And the other one that I was talking about a little bit on the Discord today is for those of you who are just kind of falling into desperation mode, I don't know what to do, this is scary, yeah. USDC Osmo, there is a pool spun up right here on Osmosis. It doesn't earn terribly well. You can see that 23.69% APR. But with Osmo being really low right now, and USDC, of course, being USDC, there is a place to park it. So if you're going to go with USDC as your stable coin, there is a way that you can put it to work. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not advocating for it. I just want to put that out there. And real quick, before we carry on with this, we do have another call. And in this case, we have Old Man, who's just been a vet on this show, been here forever, been with the podcast since the start. Old Man, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm basically just calling in to tell you, Bella and Emery, for the amazing job and the information you guys give out. Because But without you guys, man, some of my crypto trading, I would have been wrecked last year.
Nah, man.
That's all I want to say.
Nah, baby, you'd have been our
positivity. Really, we could use that right now. Thank you so much.
I know. Listen, everybody's going a big rubbery one now. Old Man, thanks for calling in, babe. I'll go ahead and drop you so you can get back to the show. I appreciate you calling in so that we can flesh out this system too, man. That's awesome. So, aside from the one little technical bug, which I still have to work out, guys, this kind of functions, man. What do you think? You can hear the callers. The audience can hear the callers, I imagine. So, if that being the case, I think that we're equipped for call-ins. I don't mind doing it.
We are getting reports that the callers are echoing when Emery and I can hear them, though.
Yes, here's the kicker. The only way I can get them on is by turning on B2. So the caller will hear echoey so that Emery and Bell can hear them. There's one more virtual aux cable I have to. It's technical. You guys don't care. I will fix it next time. I didn't know that it was going to be that was going to be my cutoff. So I'll set up another virtual aux cable and we'll fix it moving forward. But for now, I just want to make sure everybody can hear everybody. And there we go. So let's get back to it here. Emery, what are you thinking over here on the Juno swap? What do you think about the USDC? And how are you going to be diversifying your stable coins going forward, man? You told me that you were going to be doing a whole lot of reading about this today. So what are you where are you thinking with the stable coins, man?
Yeah. So I've been looking deeply into a couple different stable coins today. USDC, which everyone should be familiar with, and another one called Frax, which maybe not many people have heard of, but it is also on Sith Chain, so you can trade Frax there. Frax is a stable coin, and I want to say that it's backed by US dollars 87%, which is more than some.
That's more than USDC, dude. USDC doesn't even maintain that ratio.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm kind of keen on it at the moment. So at this point, it kind of boils down to whether or not you're looking for an algorithmic stable coin or one that's backed by USDC or another real world asset. So I think both have pros and cons, but I never thought I'd say this, but it might be worth trying to diversify your stable coins. So it's definitely an odd thing to say, but in light of recent events, if you are only holding UST, that was your only stable coin that you've held and have ever held, then you don't have any dollars left. So,
and it's funny you would say that. I figured out all my wallets, dude. I got about $250,000 sitting in UST. I have about $250,000 spread
I think it's
across
up at 20% now. So
yeah, I know, man. But you know what? Nobody can predict the future. Nobody can, and I don't even care. I don't care who comes on this show and tells me you're stupid, Scott. You're pissing it away. Yeah. Nobody can predict the future. And if you're going to come up here and tell me that $11 billion worth of UST, that people understand what it is, what it does, what it's for. If you're going to tell me that Luna is going to do absolutely nothing, that they will not fork, they will not burn, they will not do anything, there's no way you can predict that far in the future, man. The same people who are saying it can never come back would be the same people who were saying before that it could never fail. This is crypto. Anything can fail. Now, guys, I'll tell you flat out, I forgot rule number 2. I absolutely, hands down, did not consider rule number 2 because I'm in a blue chip. And when you're in a blue chip, you really don't think like that. Rule number 2 is diversify. Rule number 1, know your investment. Rule number 2, diversify. Rule number 3, see rule number 1. So I didn't do that. Now, going forward, I will be diversifying my stable coins. Frax is one that I'm looking at seriously. USDC, of course. But USDC is more or less because that's backed by Circle. And Circle is still filled with the same people who just crashed and wrecked Luna UST. So I don't see these savages going after their own stable coin. If they did, man, I'll tell you what, that would be the coup of all coups. Is they did this, dude. Got everybody to shove everything. Wait a minute, hear me out, guys. I'm having fun. It's Saturday night. Leave me alone. That would be the coup of all coups, is they get people back and they've basically eliminated the competition and had everybody pushed into USDC because we need a stable coin. And then they wrecked it. And then they wrecked their very own stable coin. That would be it. I mean, that'd be it. There'd be no more crypto. I mean, it would be gone because there is absolutely no anchor in crypto anywhere. That would be the ultimate coup. So if that happens 6 months, 9 months from now, guys, just remember that you heard about it here on the podcast because we thought it up. I've been on high alert for things like that lately. Like I have them on my CoinGecko. Every token I'm invested in, and if it falls more than 10%, I get an alert because that tells me that something might be happening again. Somebody's doing something again, man. Yeah, but overall, guys, look, man, it is the basic stuff, man. Diversify. And again, I'm a big fan of 30,000 feet, man. Look to the future. But all I can get from that is an idea of what could be, not what will be. And that's also a very, very important distinction, is knowing the difference. And I absolutely do. I absolutely don't. I have to add another thing up here, guys, because I don't think anybody can see that the phone lines are open. So for anybody who got in here late, didn't see the screen, if you would like to call in and talk to the Podocasters, 515-523-6995. Get by Sophia and you're on the show. We will be doing this going forward, guys. It costs me money. I don't care. We want to do what other people are not doing, and I don't see a lot of crypto shows that take call-ins. So we like, yeah, let's be different, man. Look, we do this for you guys, and we want to hear from you guys. So I am more than happy to eat the cost just for us to have this opportunity to converse. And if you're a world burner who just wants to yell at me, man, you go to the head of the line. Anybody who is pissed at Scott for anything, you go to the top. And Sophia, I know you hear that. So you make sure that they go past everybody, because I want to hear from you guys first, man. Yeah, so that's what we got, Emery. You know what? We didn't do the comments or questions, man. I'm being diverse. Belle, do we have any comments, questions, concerns, observations?
Oh, yeah, we do. And Emery, you're first up. Sorry, man. But MJ, win Jackal.
There you go, Emery.
So things have changed over the last 4 days or so. So when it comes to Jackal launch, things are relatively on track. Actually, I wouldn't say they're behind whatsoever on the schedule that we've put out for the universe to see where we're at. We're actually pretty on track. So we're still anticipating within about a month or so that things should start rolling out pretty quickly. So I would say within the next 30 days, you'll start seeing some movement and getting things rolled out.
As a future Jackal investor, if you guys were to launch right now, dude, I would never forgive you for that. I know they're ready. But if you guys were to launch right now, dude, I would never forgive you for that, because there is too much fear, uncertainty, doubt. And if you launch, and I don't think anybody's scrambling right now looking for something like that, but if you guys launched it right now, man, you would not be helping yourselves, and you definitely wouldn't be helping me. I love Jackal because I know Jackal's going to make me some money. They're going to make me some money, man, because I'm a big fan of use case tokens. And I'm also a really big fan of file storage. So you guys are hitting two of my big wickets. If you were to launch right now, you'd be doing yourself almost a criminal disservice. So thank you for being rational about this and not rushing to market. Don't do the altar thing, man. Get in at the right time. Get in when the market's ready for you. I happen to love that stuff. Are we going to have, and I know this wasn't on there, and we'll get back to Bell here in a second, but we're going to be ready to show this off by D Central, right?
That's the hope. We're thinking we should be able to have something very workable for people to see and manipulate while we're there.
Okay. And for the podcasters, I didn't tell you, but I'll tell you now, Scott will be there. Scott will be down in Austin for Decentral, and we will be live streaming from it, and we will be doing very long streams and all that other good stuff. So if you guys want to know what's going on there, tune into the podcast. We will be there for you, man, and hopefully we can get some people on for some interviews, man, because it's a good chance for me to just beat people up. So hopefully we are going to be able to do that. And but yes, we will be in Austin. I will be at the Jackal booth, and we will be pulling in everybody that we can. So keep your eye on that one. Bell, what do we got?
All right, AM, I heard from one of the members of Cardano say fractionals are no good, and that was something I also read soon after in another piece. Just wondering what thoughts are on fractional crypto algos.
Go ahead and take that one, Emery. This is more your wheelhouse.
Fractional crypto. I'm assuming you're talking about fractional banking. At least that's what I'm thinking. What do you think? Is that sound right, Scott?
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, so fractional banking is based on the idea that if you want something right now, then it will be available for you in the future. A contract is written now, and funds or that particular asset will be available for you in the future at the specified price. This is what the whole economy, U.S. at the very least, the U.S. economy is based on right now,
Yeah.
right? So, and that's exactly what a credit card is, right? You don't have the bank doesn't have that money, but they promise to you that it's going to be there if you need it, right? There are pros and cons for sure.
You think?
If you think that if you're a little wary of where funds are going to be coming from, then fractional banking or fractional economics is probably not a super great idea to you, because you don't believe that assets will be there in the future. And the people on the other side of the aisle are, I assume, would be more interested in something like a standard, like a gold standard, where everything's backed by gold. But as actually we were talking about the last time we were on live stream, um, the gold standard is actually a form of fractional banking right now, because we don't actually know how much gold the U.S. has. Now even the U.S. knows how much gold there is because it's just something that we mine, and it's not entirely, we don't keep track of it all. It's not possible. We just assume there's going to be enough. It seems to be the way the world is going to be going in the future, in my opinion. Right, wrong.
You talking? Wait a minute, wait. You talking about is it going fractional? Because we're already fractional. Or are you talking gold standard?
No, I mean just moving away from anything that's backed by anything.
Yeah, and honestly, man, I think we're pretty much already there. This is really going to diverge the stream, so we're gonna let this one go, because I could talk about this for hours, and I know Emery will listen for hours, because this is our thing, man. So we'll beat each other up on this. But yeah, we
Depends
already
on your preference.
Well, look, man, I'll tell you what. You want to see inflation run away? Introduce fractional banking. Welcome to the U.S., guys. There we go. You know what? Big round of applause for fractional banking. So I'm not a fan of fractional banking, and I'm definitely not a fan of fractional crypto, if this is the thing that we're talking about and the thing that I read about. So I hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
Roa Grace, hypothetical question. You have been given over 100K from a long lost relative's estate. Where would you plant your money to grow?
Oh, not in crypto. Every year what I did. You hear my joke?
Yep. We get this kind of question every so often. It's basically, how would you invest your money?
Yeah, you know what? Boy, right now, man, that's a tough market, dude. It is definitely a tough market. Now, everything I said in my monologue, I absolutely believe. All right. If in the event of a lateral crash, the purchasing power of the tokens versus other tokens is unchanged. So in that case, it doesn't really matter where you put it. When Bitcoin recovers, everything's going to ride up with it. So it's still going to come down to the fact, for me personally, that I haven't changed my mind on my investments. My investments are still where they are, because I haven't changed my mind. They were smart before the crash happened, and they're still smart. They are still smart. So, boy, that's tough, man. Look, this show is not. We're not going to give financial advice. My money is still heavy in Rowan, very, very heavy in Rowan. It will be for at least the next 5 weeks. My pairings over there are Ethereum, because it's never bad to pair with a blue chip, and USDC, because I do, believe it or not, diversify even my stable coins a little bit. So I'm not all in USD. I had quite a bit in USDC as well. So that is where I'm putting it, but I'm doing it because of the APRs, the APYs, and I still believe in Rowan as it sits right now with Ascendants. Now, when they change over to their leverage trading, all bets are off on that one, man. Look, I don't know, and if I don't know and I'm not sure, I'm not going to invest in it. But for at least the next 5 weeks, that's where my money's sitting. And the bulk of it, when I say the bulk of it, I'm talking 70% of my money is sitting right there in those two things. It's probably too much. I should drop it by 20%, but I'm not going to right now. So it's not that. It's just I don't want to make any big, bold moves, like moving 20% of your entire portfolio during a period of uncertainty. I'm just not going to do it, man. It doesn't make sense. We don't know right now, and if we don't know, don't guess. That's what I'm saying. So I kind of like it in there. The safest investment, there really isn't one, man. Before I would have said UST, just put in white whale, let it grow at 19%. But we saw how that worked out. So there's really nothing. There's nothing like absolutely foolproof out there right now, or I haven't found it yet. When I do, I promise you that I'll mention it. But as it sits right now, I don't know. Emery, what are your thoughts here, man?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know if I put it all on crypto.
That's kind of where we're at right now, guys.
Yeah, like it's $100,000. Don't forget rule number 2 still. diversify. If all of your money's in crypto and things like this happen, well, guess what happens to all of your money? So remember to diversify within your diversifications.
Yeah, even that, man. So yeah, guys, rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. So please pay attention to them. They matter. Look, man, you guys see my wallets all the time. I flash my stuff up here all the time, man. You see I'm all over the board. I am everywhere. And I'm everywhere because of rule number 2. So not one single crush is going to wipe me out. And I was reading that story. Somebody had $400 million worth of Luna, and 2 days later they had 80 cents worth of Luna. And I believe that person decided not to carry on with living. But don't do that, man. You spread it around. Any licensed financial advisor is going to tell you diversify. So even in this case, diversify. There is no single investment I'd put 100. Well, if all of my money was $100,000, there's no single investment that I would put it all in. There just isn't. So I would spread it around. I'd break it into 20 grand chunks, and I'd spread it around to at least 5 different places, man. That's just basic trader 101. Belle, please carry on.
Roa Grace, tell me about the future of Fetch. Give me some compelling reasons to pile in some dough.
It's funny. Is it because I'm wearing the Fetch t-shirt, man? Look, guys, I've been a fan of Fetch for a long, long time. All right. I've always liked Fetch. I like what they are. I like what they do. I like some of the stuff that they have coming on right now. Resonance, is probably, it's not going to be a huge, game change. I'm pulling it up right now, guys, so I can show it to you. Resonate. It's not, I don't see it being this huge game changing, oh my God, the whole world has been reborn kind of thing. But I do see it as an option for other stuff. So if you guys want to see what Resonate is, now this is built on Fetch, and it's decentralized social. So if you guys are familiar with social anything, this is social anything. All right, it's kind of like decentralized Facebook kind of thing, and you can see the fit and the feel of it, man. There's nothing really. I don't see anything really booming unique here, but for those people who are craving that kind of decentralization, anonymity, ability to trade NFTs, award NFTs, and do things that you can only do on Web3, you can find it here. So Resonate just went to mainnet. So they hit their target goal. They went to mainnet, and this thing is going to be coming up. It's still kind of beta-ish, but this thing is going to be coming up, and this is a product that is built on Fetch. My virtual twin. I cannot wait for my virtual twin to come out, because then I don't have to worry about doing all of the housekeeping that I have to do all day, every single day. I'd rather let my virtual twin do it. It'll get better as time goes on. But yeah, they're building a lot of products. There's a lot of really neat stuff that's going on over there at Fetch. Clearly, I consider the price right now just stupidly affordable. I think it's 14, 16. Let's pull it up. I think it's like 16 cents. 1 second, guys. I'll pull it up for you. So, yeah, there you go. 17 cents. So, at 17 cents, it's dynamite. I mean, it's just absolutely dynamite. I thought I got a hit with this thing when I was buying up Fetch a year ago at $0.25. I was like, God, man, I made it, because that thing went up to $1. I went ahead and liquidated because I'm still Scott and this is what I do. But yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity there. I like use case tokens. Fetch is a use case token. If you don't believe artificial intelligence is the future, that's on you. But I want to make sure that I'm well on record for when our robot overlords rise up, that I was a fan way before that. So if you need someone to sell out the human race hard, I'm your guy. All right. And I have the videos, time and date stamp to prove it. Belle, please carry on. You didn't seem to giggle at my joke, man. Are you just not into it tonight or what?
Distracted, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm paying attention. You know how I feel about Fetch. Everyone here knows how I feel about Fetch.
All right. Please carry on.
All right. Old man, I forgot to mention Sophia. She did a great job on the phone call-in.
There you go. Round of applause for Sylvia, and Belle and Emery can't hear the round of applause, so I let them know that it's going on. Belle, please carry on.
Roa Grace, use case tokens. Any others you can suggest beyond Jackal?
Oh, yeah, hands down. I'll give you a couple, and then I'll let Emery take it away, because he and I kind of see this different. Orchid, huge fan. Orchid. I'm a huge fan. It is my VPN of choice. I know I've shown you guys this before, but let's take a look at it again. So you see that little icon right there on my phone? You see that? That's the Orchid VPN. So when I pull it up and I hit connect, wait for it, and it's going to flash, and it's going to tell you that I'm now behind the perfect VPN, what I consider the perfect VPN, decentralized VPN. There is no KYC. When you sign up for this, they don't even ask who you are. They don't care who you are. They offer a product and you use it or you don't. So as far as one of my number one choices for use case tokens, Orchid. I understand. Look, man, that thing goes through some runs. It's on Ethereum. It's on Coinbase. You can list it. It's listed everywhere, so it's always going to go through the pumps and dumps. But as far as a long-term kind of hold for me, Orchid's always been way, way up there. And I don't know. I guess for the dreamers amongst us, believe it or not, maybe AMP, particularly at its current price. If nothing else, man, you're going to be able to scalp the hell out of this thing up and down. So it is a use case token, believe it or not. So I still do own it. It's kind of theory crafted by now. It's a product that's built for a world that doesn't quite exist, but it is built for that world. So that is something else that you could possibly consider as far as pure use case. But we'll let Emery talk it up. Emery, what kind of use case tokens do you like? And you can't say Jackal.
Oh, well, second to Jackal, my favorite use case token is actually Butt right now.
Buttcoin? That's your one,
It is
huh?
a use case token. It is a use case token. It's extraordinarily cheap, and I've just been buying a lot of it. That token is my psychic money. I just like it because I just like it. I can't tell you why. I can't give a really good use case for it, other than, I mean, let me rephrase. It's not that I can't. It's just that I have an absorbent amount of love for that for no really good reason. It has a lot of use cases though.
It does. Button's great. Button's great, man. And you know that they did rebrand, right? They're not Buttcoin anymore. You know that they rebranded, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they're Button now. They're Button. It's finally Steve.
That's good.
Because Buttcoin, dude, you cannot stick with Buttcoin. We interviewed Steve on the show. Oh God, man, 6 months ago or something like that, man. And I had more fun picking on Buttcoin, just the name Buttcoin, because they dreamt that up as just a lark. It's like, yeah, let's call it Buttcoin. Right. It'll be funny, man. And next thing you know, it's worth, it's got $25 million valuation. It's like, well, shit, we're still Buttcoin. We can't do this.
But if you guys don't know about Button Group, yeah, they're good. They're good people.
There's a lot of stuff they have up there, man. My favorite project that they build is Mount Doom. It's basically a receive-only wallet for any SNP20. Anything you throw in there is never, ever coming out. So when you have the One Ring and you need a place to dispose of it, Mount Doom. And it is called Mount Doom, and it's on Buttcoin. So, yeah, I think that would have been a fun way to throw away Luna, dude, if they had it. If Luna was a SNP20, how much fun would that have been? And
you can turn it into one if you want.
Yeah, that's right. I can swap for it. But how much fun would that be, man, to swap Luna for any SNP20 and throw it in Mount Doom? It's like they won't burn it. I'm going to burn it and just toss it in, man, because once it's there, it's gone. It's gone forever. All right, Emery, I'll give you one more use case aside from Button, man. What do you got?
Those are pretty much the only two, other than Sentinel, I guess. So Sentinel or Orchid are both decent VPNs. Yep. But I tend to use I've only used Sentinel right now. I have not used Orchid. It's fairly solid. It's all right. But other than that, I'd say Jackal and Button are my
Jackal and Button. Those are the ones. All right, and a selfless plug. Belle, take it away.
All right. St. Mill 33 is Jackal decentralized storage like Arweave.
Like Arweave. I'm not even going to, you know what? Emery works for Jackal. Emery, take it away.
Yeah. So I see you're coming with Arweave. Arweave is not hot storage, though. It's a cold storage platform. It's also much more expensive than Jackal on orders of magnitude. But if you want to consider them both storage platforms, then yes, absolutely. But we are different. Being able to, we do have a hot storage layer that's built on Filecoin. So that's how we're able to retrieve files, video, and any other thing so quickly, because it's built in the hot storage layer.
Yep, and for those who are not familiar with the difference between hot storage and cold storage, man, it's absolutely night and day. All right, look, cold storage are spinning drives. Hot storage is solid state memory.
Yep.
It's a lot more expensive. It's an SSD, man. It's an SSD, cloud-based SSD. All right, the price difference is shocking, and honestly, man, I'm not going to back off from that either. The reason that Jackal's going to be successful, in my opinion, is because they're offering hot storage at cold storage rates. They literally are. I want to sit down with Patrick and just tell him, dude, you can charge more for this. All right. You can absolutely charge more for this. Focus on enterprise and charge more for this, because even if you doubled your price, you're still half. You're still like 35% of what AWS will charge you for that. You're offering the same service, but you're charging 65% less for this. I think you ought to, front load it a little bit, but that's on me. I know they're going for volume. Belle, please carry on.
Mike 374, I want to know what happened to the billions of Luna's BTC.
He wants to. You know what, Emery? I'll let you take this. Yeah. Talk about the Luna Guard, man.
Yeah, so the Luna Foundation Guard, which you're probably referring to, is the safeguard that was supposed to be safeguarding the thing that that just happened to them, right? So about $1.3 billion, if I'm not mistaken, was put into the LFG fund to keep the peg. Now, there was a loan for $750 million, and for the loan's purposes are unknown to me at the moment, but there's still quite a large amount of change. What's the difference between 1.3 billion, 750 million? Quite a bit, right? So, but the thing is that wallet address is empty. So we don't know exactly what happened to the remainder of that. And Duquan said he was actually asked about it not long ago, and he says we're still investigating what happened to that. So,
he knows what happened to it. He knows damn good and well what happened to it, man. That's a loan that needs an underwriter from the guy who owns the damn thing. So he knows damn good and well what happened. You know what? I'm not going to defend him. All right, the guy comes on Twitter just way too much and talks just way too much, so you can defend your own position. But we're in the, as opinion editorial, we're in the job of speculate. That's our job, is to speculate. So yeah, I have a pretty good idea what happened here, and I got a hunch that they handed over the sword that stabbed them in the chest. I'm pretty sure it's right along those lines. So yeah, that it still exists. I mean, you can't erase the ledger. The ledger is in fact immutable, so once it's on the ledger, you can't just go back through and delete that transaction. Doesn't work that way. So they're going to get to the bottom and find out precisely what happened. And they know precisely what happened now, but they're not going to come out publicly, because the next thing you know, people are talking, flapping, we lose. It's not like you can lose confidence in this token, man. It's gone. Let's take a look here, guys. So yeah, it's .0004 right now, and it's actually up, Emery, 367%. Who are the ballsy people? And, God bless crypto sometime, man, because there are people that are profiting like hell on Luna through liquidity pools on all of these little dexes that had so much based on this. But there are people up here right now that are making an absolute fortune on a dead token. I love crypto, all right? I cannot get enough of this stuff, man. Even though it's dead, the whole world knows it's dead. Everybody's telling you it's dead. This thing is gone. Why would you invest in this? I did a members live stream this morning, and that thing was up 800% this morning. 800%. Think about that, Emery. There are people that are still day trading this like Shiba. The difference is that this one went up 800%, and they're cashing out in these obscure DEX liquidity pools. Crypto people, man, I'll tell you what, there is absolutely no, it did my heart good, man, because there is absolutely nothing that'll keep crypto people down.
There's no such thing as too far.
There's no such thing as too far, man. That somebody looks at that and says, yeah, maybe I can make something on this. And then they did. They 8x'd that purchase. That purchase at that time, man, they 8x'd it. Go crypto. Belle, please carry on.
Showtime Jesse, should we buy Rowan in this price range?
We don't give financial advice, man. I don't. Am I still buying it? How about this? I'm still acquiring it. I'll just leave it right there. I consider critical in this market, particularly critical in this market, and based on everything that I said during my monologue, is that you need to acquire tokens. Now, their relative value to fiat is irrelevant, but their relative value to other cryptos is exceptionally relevant. So if you have an opportunity to acquire tokens, regardless of the price range, but if you have the opportunity to acquire tokens, particularly in this market, I think it's imperative that you do so. Absolutely imperative that you do so. I feel bad for the amount of money that I have liquid right now, and I have a lot of money liquid, but it's liquid simply for scalping. All right, regardless of the market conditions, you need to be able to earn. Regardless of the mood of the market, the FUD, doesn't matter. You need to be able to earn. So if I have to go back to my day trading ways to continue to earn, I will absolutely do so. And that's probably why so much of it is liquid. But when the market stabilizes and when rationality takes over from subjectivity, I will have this money back in LPs, back staking, and back earning, because I think it's critical to do so right now. But when it gets this low, and right here, guys, make sure, when it gets this low and the market is irrational and people are acting stupidly, let them and profit on it. You can do that. You let them make the mistake. You always let somebody else make the mistake. And as long as you are calm, your mind is in a good place, you're controlled, and you know why you're doing this. This could easily be one of the best turnarounds that you've ever had for your crypto life, ever. I do this constantly. Every time the market FUDs, I make money on it. Not because I'm so damn clever, but because I know what's happening. And you know what's happening. Deep down, you know. All right, if you've been in the podcast, you've talked, you're on our Discord, you're doing all that stuff, and you see there's nothing on there but rational people. And they are seeing this as pure opportunity, and I hope you can do the same. I'm not going to go savage, and for the very specifics, we talk about it on the OG stream, man. I'm not going to do it here, dude. I don't want the heat. But we do talk about it on the OG streams. For any of the OG members, I'm sure that you guys can pipe up in the chat, man. The stuff that we actually physically are doing right now, we do it live. We show them. This is what we're doing. This is why. But we do that because that's a different type of investor. So that's kind of where we are with all of that stuff. So anyway, I hope that answered the question. Belle, we are getting near time. Do we have more questions? Are we going to have to lightning around these? I'm happy to go long.
We have a couple more questions. Yes. The first one is not so serious. The last two are. So, Unapologetic Rebel. Can I hire Belle as a producer? I'm pretty poor. Just kidding. You guys are solid. Thanks for your time.
If Belle would like to work for other channels, Belle certainly has Belle works for tips. All right, guys. And you can see, if you've been on this stream tonight, you see that we've got a big old 0. So Belle is doing this out of the kindness of her heart tonight. Belle, please carry on.
Leanson, what do you guys think of Terra developers coming to Secret Network?
I'm a big fan of building, and again, man, I'm not going to make judgments based on Black Swan. All right, these guys built one hell of a good network, because it was poorly managed. It's not really on the developer. The developer, they tell them what they want, the developer builds it. So because it was mismanaged does not necessarily mean that it was a bad thing. It means that it was mismanaged. Plenty of great companies that are mismanaged go under. It doesn't mean that the product wasn't good. It doesn't mean that the company wasn't good. It means that it was mismanaged, and that's kind of what we're looking at with this. Honestly, that's all we're looking at with this. So I would love it if more of these Terra developers, which are just fantastic people, I would love it if they came over to the Cosmos, man. I'd be all over it. I'd be thrilled if Jackal came up and said, yeah, we just hired 2 Terra developers. I'm like, yes, they're going to make me money. I'm all about that. I don't know. Emery, what do you think, man?
So Terra developers have been coming to Secret for quite some time. And as you said before, they're great people, and it kind of reminds me. We keep going back to Warren Buffett, but one of his big tenets was, when he looks for a company to invest in, he doesn't really care that much about what their future market cap would be, what their potential earnings will be. He looks for the management team. So if the management team is great, they're good people, they're easy to get along with, they listen to their outside investors, that's a good investment. That's what matters a lot.
Yep. So that's kind of where we are. Belle, please carry on.
Microman, is it better to be staking, bonded, and collecting rewards now or keeping something like Osmo liquid? I don't have much confidence in my investing right now.
I'm going to go to an old standby of Scott's. And I'm just not telling you what to do, but I am telling you what I am doing. I believe it is absolutely critical to acquire tokens during a down period. And I always have, I always will, until something fundamentally changes in crypto that tells me that it is no longer financially advantageous for me to do so. But right now, it is absolutely imperative, critical, in my opinion, to acquire tokens. And the way that I do it is not by using outside capital, but by LPing, but by staking, but by doing all this because I acquire tokens. Their value is, again, relative to other tokens, hasn't changed. So if I can get some for free, it is in my interest to do so. It will always be in my interest to do so. I get it, man. Look, I've gotten the heat. All right, man. I've been getting bashed. Somebody called me out on Twitter. I don't even use the Twitter. I don't. If Sophia runs Twitter, by the way. So if you guys want to know anything about Twitter, Sophia's the person for that. But I don't even use a damn thing. But I'm getting called out on it. I get it, man. Look, when stuff goes bad, people want to blame somebody, and I understand. All right, give me your heat, give me the pain. I don't care. I will take it because I am fundamentally correct about this, and that's where I am. So I'm not telling you to stake or LP any of your money, man. I'm not telling you. I'm telling you that I am, because I believe in my strategy. My strategy has worked. My strategy took me from nothing to seven plus figures. So I am not going to back off from it because somebody's upset or somebody's pissy about it or because they disagree with it. Go to hell. Use your own strategy. If you need me to be the bane of your existence because I'm doing something that you're not doing and I'm successful at it, I don't care. I am way past that, man. For a year, I've been listening to you guys gripe at me, and I don't care. All right? I'm right. I will soldier on, and I will continue to soldier on. And when this thing bounces, I'm not saying it will. I'm saying, it always has. I'm not saying that it will. But if it bounces, that's great. But right now, it can stay at its current price all the way across the board and carry it all the way to December. And come December, I am going to be up 2x, 3x, and 4x from my current position. I don't root for the market. This is what I can never seem to have gotten this message across. I don't root for the market to go up. I root for the market to stay pat. That's what I want. That's how I invest, and that's what I bank on, is for the market to stay flat. I don't need the market to explode to make money. All I need it to do is maintain the market. This is where my investment strategy is, and I will stick with it because it's worked for me. Over the period of time that the market's been up and that the market's been down, it's been flat for me, and that's all I want, is I want it to be flat. I earn very well in a flat market. When it goes down, that sucks. But when it goes down, it makes me more aggressive to acquire more tokens. I'm not hoping that it doubles up. I'm hoping that it just goes back where it was. That's all I'm looking for. In a big crash, in a big dump, you know where I am 100% not only profitable, or I'm sorry, not only even, but well profitable. I am well profitable with Bitcoin at 32. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. Bitcoin hits 32. I'm not only even, but I'm up, and I'm up substantially because of my investment, because of my strategy, and because of the way that I do it. UST sucks. It was a terrible, terrible tragedy that hit the whole market. All right, it hit everybody. But it's not changing what I do. I will use other stable coins and I will diversify them a little bit more, man. But I am not changing what I'm doing because it's worked. I went from zero to millionaire doing exactly this. Not because I lucked out on a crypto, but because I grinded it out. Day by day by day, I have grinded to get where I am. So there is not one single token failure that's going to wipe me out, unless it's Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin goes to zero, guys, everything's going. There is no saving the market at that point. Everybody, even people not in crypto, know Bitcoin. They've never heard, they barely know crypto. They have no idea that what it is, how it works. They don't know what blockchain. They don't understand it, but they've heard of Bitcoin. So unless Bitcoin goes to zero, Scott's going to be okay. I will be okay because I look for value where other people are not looking for value. I will put my money to work where people are not putting their money to work. And I will continue to aggressively go at it regardless of the market conditions. And by the way, guys, this is the stuff that we talk about on the OG streams. I want to make sure because, man, it just seems like as a channel, as the podcast, that we need a slap in the face because people are down, down, down. You did nothing wrong. Nothing. And it's possible to do absolutely nothing wrong and still see your value decrease. But it's only decreasing now. And your tokens are still accumulating. So unless you see this market continuing to go down, you see an 18,000 Bitcoin, you see something like that, at that point, man, get the hell out. This isn't for you anyway. But if you still see potential, you believe in Web3, you believe what they're building here, and you believe that people are pushing forward, then you stick to your guns. What worked for you, even in the bear market, because this market was bearish, and it's been working for you in the bear market. Why would you change it now? Why would you do anything different now, aside from owning UST? And it's not like there aren't other stable coins available. You pivot. You just pivot a little bit off it, but you stick to what you're doing. Warren Buffett did not change his entire strategy because the market crashed. He stuck to what he was doing because it worked. So, guys, we ran a little bit long on this one. And, Belle, do we have more questions? Because I don't want to leave anybody hanging there, but we'll go ahead and lightning round them if we got any more.
Nope, but we do have a comment from Old Man that he wanted us to pass along. So This is from Old Lady. Thanks for making crypto easier to understand.
Well, I don't know if we made it easier to understand, but I think we certainly made it passionate. Anyway, guys, look, man, I'm talked out on this one. Odds are good. I'll go live tomorrow just by myself, man. I feel like hollering some more. I'm sorry, man. Look, when the market goes bad, I get very, very excited, man, because this is my wheelhouse. This is where I earn, and this is where I add zeros. So with that, Emery, we'll give you 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Emery, talk it up, man. What's on your mind?
Yeah, so obviously, in light of things that have been happening over the last few days, I guess the best thing I can tell you is just don't give up hope. Right. The last thing we need is for you to dump everything and leave. That will do you no good. So I hope you stay in crypto, and I hope you if anything, this is what we call in the professional world a learning opportunity. So this is what I've been learning about the last couple of days. I've learned more in the last couple of days than I probably have in the last several months. So take it as a learning opportunity. You are smarter, you are wiser than you were last week. So I'm hoping that people understand their investments a little bit better than they did a little bit ago, and I hope that even better decisions will be made even further.
And yeah, man, and that's really what it's about, guys, is being smarter every single time. And Emery is 100% correct, man. It's a learning opportunity. Take it as a learning opportunity. Don't be down on yourselves. I'm talking directly to the podcast and the podcast Discord, man. Do not be down on yourselves. You guys did nothing wrong. The market didn't betray you. It was unfortunate. But what you were doing before was smart, and it's still smart. Don't beat yourself up for it. That's all I'm trying to say on that one. So with that, Belle, please talk us up, talk us out. Guys, I had a wonderful time tonight. Belle, take it away. And thank you, Sophia, for call screening. Belle, go.
All right. Jack Sparrow and Idiot Fish, thank you guys both for your $10 in super chats. That is awesome, guys. Now, with that being said, is Scott maybe going on by himself tomorrow? We also have an interview with another product that we're thinking about bringing on to introduce to you guys. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for another live stream. Now, again, guys, we couldn't do this without you. Okay, keep your chins up. Scott's got a tattoo that says it all. I mean, he does. Now, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, definitely feel free. Don't hesitate to drop either Scott, Emery, or I an email. You can also, if you guys have any feedback for Sophia being a call screener tonight, you can also email her. It's Emery at thepodcast.com, Scott at thepodcast.com, Sophia at thepodcast.com, or Bella at thepodcast.com. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. We had a fantastic time, enjoyed seeing all of you, and we will see you next time.
We'll see you guys. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.